Let's continue our discussion about individual and social perspectives about reading. And in this regard, we've got subtopic which is process models of reading. So within these process models, we'll look at the relationship between three different models, which are top-down, bottom-up, and interactive models. So we'll first look at bottom-up approach and its effect on reading, to what extent it helps improve students' reading ability in second language. Okay, so reading, as you can, let me just repeat, is seen as an activity meant to create meaning through interaction with the text. So there are a lot of psychosocial factors at play. It shouldn't be treated as passive skill, rather it's an active skill where students engage actively with the text in question. So it requires certain proficiency level. I mean, if you are aware of graded readers, which are published by Oxford Book Series, they are divided into several levels. Level 1 is got like some 200 familiar words. Level 2 got like 300 familiar words. So this is how the proficiency is important. Like the text chosen for reading in the classroom, in second language classroom, shouldn't be too much difficult against the level of students. If students have language problems, their reading may be affected, and so both second language reading and language proficiency are important. Even the background knowledge, as we have discussed in some of the previous modules, background knowledge and second language vocabulary, they are important. They rest on each other. So second language competence, which is linguistic proficiency, that is largely seen as the best predictor of successful reading. So what's important is to know is that students' adequate proficiency in second language can help them become good readers, and if they have adequate proficiency in second language, they may make use of their prior knowledge. They may make use of their context, analyzing things within their context. So of course, linguistic competence is a fluid term which might vary from task to task, from individual to individual, from student to student. So Grabe argues that student, apart from language proficiency, student need to have critical mass of knowledge about reading. They need to have some skills of reading, some sub-skills of reading, some strategies. So we'll discuss later on what means by skills and strategies. So the SLA research, second language acquisition research, suggests that there are three important approaches or elements to the theory of teaching reading, second language reading. The first one is bottom up, and the second one is the top down, and the third one is the interactive, which is the blend of both bottom up and top down. Bottom up approach gives emphasis to know individual meanings or grammatical features, and they are important to understand the message given by the text. It's like you approach the text from individual meanings, from understanding grammatical features. You don't guess the meanings of the words. Rather, you need to be sure about the meanings of the words in order to make meaning of the text. So in this process model of reading, which is bottom up, we might ask our readers to read aloud in the classroom, and we might teach them some of the sub skills, how to skim the text, how to scan the text. So but what's important in bottom up approach is that students first become aware of individual words, their pronunciation. They think that individual words and grammatical features and their knowledge is important to comprehend the message of a particular text. So readers or second language students are largely seen as code breakers of written texts. So this is how this bottom up processing model looks at readers as code breakers. It tends to overlook the significance of individual factors, how they can affect the vocabulary learning habits of students.